Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra, just follow the sound please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to be very clear with this practice. So when it comes to meditation practice, one of the things, it helps you to develop the greater habit inside you with your awareness. So that is very important. When it comes to our day-to-day life as ordinary people, if you look very carefully, this our life mostly governs by the habits. So the meditation is a kind of like a way you are deeply habituating awareness. So awareness becomes the very key point. Once you develop the awareness, once you develop the attention, and out of your perception, when the awareness and the attention become the key point, then you are capable to recognize things as it is. So basically in conventional level, understanding that is very necessary, because otherwise when you don't have the attention or the awareness, you can't recognize things as it is, and then you misunderstand. So if you misunderstand, and out of that, whatever the reactions happen, it's not going to work with the outside situations. So then once you are capable to have the very tranquility state or the undisturbed mind, or develop a way of habituating properly based with the awareness, and out of that your recognition becomes sharp and clear. So out of that clarity, your reactions become more and more accurate with the reality. So the reality means the moment you experience the life. And in that way, what happens deeply, you are capable to shape and shape your way of life. So it is your own inner responsibility. So when it comes to our ordinary life, it always depending on certain kind of opulence. So it's kind of like a greater wealth, very kind of like it's our nature to go towards some kind of luxurious way. So one is the fame. It's very natural. In the very conventional life, the fame is always a big thing. Another one is the wealth. Wealth also, it is very necessary. It plays a major role in our life. And next one is the power. Power also in a very basic level, from household life to govern a country, we all need some kind of power. So that also very necessary. And other one is the beauty. So this beauty has some kind of strength when we maintain our conventional life. And it gives some kind of validation to the society. And at the same time, it develops some kind of confidence also. So other one is the knowledge. So some kind of wisdom we need to survive ourselves, and also some kind of wisdom we need to get out of this all suffering. Conventional knowledge and eternal knowledge. So there are these 5 opulence. There are 5 wealth. We always handling ourselves, and we are trying to maintain our life, and we are trying to gain, and we are trying to develop it with us in the conventional level. Fame, wealth, power, beauty, and the knowledge. So no one can escape from this. To have a the successful life in this conventional level, somehow you need this. Some people have only 1, some people have 2, and some people can develop 3 things together. Some people, it's very rarely, gain all the 5 things together. But the thing is this, even though you gain this all, underneath this, there is invisible different quality that you have to develop, bring the strength of this all the opulence. So as example, if you have the fame, if you have the wealth, if you have the power or the beauty or the knowledge, itself, it cannot be there. You need different skill, another different quality to bring and mix it with that quality to bring it up. So that is the very key point that you have to understand. Maybe you go with the fame, or you can gain it. And more than any other time in this life, in this time, it is very easy. And you can get the wealth more than any other time. This time is very easy. You can gain the power, and this time is more than any other time. This time is it available for you. And the beauty, and more than any other time, you can gain it. There are many other consumer the product that you can develop it, and you can make it the way you want. And knowledge also the same. We can have many other knowledge today, and from different sides. 100-year knowledge we can gain within 1 hour on the top of our laptop. That much information available. But still, this itself cannot survive in the society. When you want to go to the society with the fame, wealth, the power, beauty, or the knowledge, there is still, you have to have another different skill. So that is one called renunciation, or the generosity, or the letting go, or the sharing. So just imagine you have the fame, but if you are a so greedy person, what will happen? Society not going to accept you as a good person. But if you are a generous person, if you are develop the ability to renunciate, let go from you, release from you, withdraw from the situation, the fame going to become stronger. So the fame can stand next to the renunciation. So then always remember, if the fame want to survive, you need the help from the renunciation. The wealth. And you can accumulate a lot of wealth. But it's still, if you are generous, it gives some validation for your wealth. Just imagine you are a wealthy person, but if you are not generous, what will happen? The society not going to accept you. And the society start to address you as a very greedy person. And the society will identify you as a very miserly person. So then, if you accumulate the wealth, always remember, get the help from the renunciation or the sharing or generous, be generous. Practice this both together, then you can survive. And the power. Why you need the power? To give a service to other people. And when you need the power to allow other people to perform their best. So that is why you need the power, not to overtake other people. If that way, then you start to develop the anger somewhere, hatred somewhere. So then your own power one day become a hindrance to yourself. And it's going to come back in different ways. So this is what called that cobra theory. Long time ago. This theory introduced by British when they governed India. Cobra theory. So what is the cobra theory? And that time these British people didn't like the cobras in India, because India most of time, they worship cobras and everywhere cobra. But the British, they didn't like it. They told, if you bring a dead cobra, we pay you. And then what happened? And the governors, they believed, oh, then the people will go and kill the cobras and will bring the cobras, and then the cobras will disappear. So people start to grow the cobras in their palms. Why? Because they can earn some money. And now what happened? Everywhere, the cobras. Everywhere cobras. And the government knew, oh, their plan went wrong. So then what happened? And they canceled the program. And people got mad. All the farmers invest a lot of money on cobras now to grow the cobras. They got mad. What happened? They released the cobras to the city. And everywhere the cobras went. It's called the cobra effect. Bounce back. You intention something to get out of it, but it come back and catch you. So this is the very nature of our mind. This everywhere is the law of nature. You have to understand it. So the power is the same. You gain the power not to overtake. Look at the human history. If anyone overtook the human life, it bounced back to them. So then from household life to govern a country, if you look for power, you have to have one reason: give the service to others. That is one thing. Give the service to others. So for that means that you have to have the ability of sharing, and the renunciation, withdrawing from yourself rather than holding, and the beauty. That is one of the important things that I have to understand. Look at that nowadays around the world. And the beauty is, people spend so much money on it. The people spend so much life on it, the energy on it. But when it comes to that, like most of time, this Miss Universe and this pageant shows, and it's not just the beauty that what you hold, it's kind of like the service that you give to society allow you to shine. So then whatever the beauty that you carry, you have to use it as a tool to sharp your generosity. So otherwise, the people or the society not going to accept it. So then it is a very important yourself. Otherwise, if you get stuck, and if you get hold it to that, what will happen? You have no ability to develop it, and then it becomes itself a hindrance. So that's why you have to use this as a skill. You have to use it as a tool to sharp the generosity. So if the generosity become more higher, and the beauty can survive. So otherwise, it become a danger. And the knowledge. So knowledge also, we have so much knowledge nowadays regarding many, many subjects. But the thing is, if you don't develop that knowledge to share it with others, if you use that knowledge only to overtake people and make other people ignorant and keep your power around them, by the time what will happen, it become a hindrance or the barrier to yourself. It's going to bounce back to you. So then this all opulence, that this is what we struggle in day-to-day life. Fame, wealth, power, beauty, knowledge. But always remember, keep it next to generosity. Another thing is, when you have the generosity, at the same time, you have to develop the ability to detach from your own centered moment of gravitation. That's mean, I am, this is me, me, me. So renunciation, you have it, you have the fame, but you withdraw from it yourself rather than becoming center with it. You have the wealth, you withdraw from it rather than holding, this is me, because it is not you. You have the power, you withdraw from it rather than become a center with that power. You have the beauty, you withdraw from it. You become more humble rather than becoming center with it. You have the knowledge, you withdraw from it rather than becoming the center of it. So in that way, what will happen to you? This is the thing. The fame, wealth, the power, beauty, and the knowledge, to develop that, you have to have skills, expertise. So all the skills and expertise, conventional, depend on the time, space, and matter. It's nothing wrong, we need it. But the thing is that whatever that you develop to gain, whatever the skills or the expertise you develop to gain the fame, wealth, the power, the beauty, or the knowledge, need something else to activate it. So that is what called will. So that's mean, so remember the method, we categorize this to only to understand only practice point of view. Otherwise, you have to get this all together and apply it to your life. We go step by step. Ordinary life, people spend the time, develop the opulence, gain the opulence, and that opulence, mainly fame, wealth, power, beauty, knowledge, 5 things. And that all the 5 need the help to survive from the renunciation or the generosity. If you have this all 5 with the renunciation or the generosity, you're going to have the superpower. There are some people have it. So somehow, to gain this fame, wealth, power, beauty, knowledge, you have to develop, you have to study, and you have to have skills, and you have to have some expertise. So even though you have expertise, that expertise itself can't activate. You need one thing to activate your all the skills and expertise. That is what called will. So remember, without the will, skills and expertise not going to work. It becomes helpless. It's like a car without gasoline. It's like a car without the tires. It's like that you have all the fuel and the everything, the good tires and the very well performed car, but the hungry driver. Just imagine, if the driver is hungry, he can't drive properly. So if there is no will, the whatever, this is the thing, we neglect this most of time. Whatever the skills or the expertise we develop become useless. Look at the people, they spend so much their time, life, for certain subjects, and they develop, then they become expertise. And then by the time what happens? They give up the will. They don't have the will. So then all the skills going to die. That means you don't perform it. If you don't perform your skill, it equal to you don't know it. So then the problem with the will is this. Will not going to happen all the time. The will not going to be the same every day for anything, any skills or any expertise. Will depend. So when the will depend, all the skills, expertise depend on the will, and according to that, what happened? Your fame, wealth, the power, beauty, knowledge also going to change. So then you invest your whole life. But if it is not sustainable, that is what you have to understand. It all depends according to the cause and conditions that you meet wherever the place you're going to perform. So then how you can have something always going to be there 24/7, even you go to sleep, it itself going to be the same for you. It itself going to grow in you, like this Chinese bamboo tree, and some say Japanese bamboo tree. You put the seed under the ground, 5 years you keep watering, but nothing come out. 5 years. And after 5 years, what happens? Within 6 weeks, it goes more than 60 feet high. So all that 5 years, invisibly under the ground, it keep growing, keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. So there is something in you that if you put that seed, if you work on it, it also going to grow like that. It's not the fame, it's not the wealth, it's not the power, it's not the beauty, it's not the knowledge. That all depend on skills and expertise. That all the skills and expertise depend on the will. Will not going to grow like that, will depend on the environment and the situations, cause and conditions. But if you develop your awareness, it always going to grow. It always, even you go to sleep, like that Japanese bamboo tree, it always going to grow underneath you. Even you close your eyes, even no sound, even no smell, no aroma, even no taste touch your tongue, even no any sensation touch your body. Awareness keep growing. Another thing is, it not depend on any other quality. Remember that fame, wealth, power, beauty, knowledge, this all need the renunciation or the letting go or the generosity. Otherwise, it cannot survive. People will hate that. People will hate it. But if you have the awareness, what will happen? At any time, you can bring the will. So whatever the skills you can develop, whatever the expertise that you can maintain, if you have the awareness. So the overall, you can survive in this conventional life if you develop the awareness. And you can bring the best out of you and experience this life with some higher quality when you develop the awareness. So out of practicing meditation, you habituate deeply to be aware. That is the meaning of meditation, way of habituating. So then for that, we use our primary mental object, as our primary mental object, our inhalation, exhalation. Why? Because in the very present moment, that is the object that you can experience. Without visualizing, dreaming, thinking, without interfering, without making it happen, you are capable to see it and recognize it. It is not far from you, it is in front of you. It is on the tip of your nose. It has no any gap in between you and the outside world. And deeply, each and every cell in your body depend on that. Another thing is your body and your mind can understand the only one language, that is your breathing. So if you are capable to tune with that, and moment by moment, experience it without interfering to it, you are capable to develop the awareness. So in the very beginning, maybe the mind will go here and there. But still, you are capable to bring it back again and again, will develop your awareness. So don't worry about when the mind go away, but bring it back and settle down with the very peaceful, calm, relaxed, comfortable mind. Knowingly, that is the very nature of it. And when you are capable to see the sensation of inhalation, exhalation, rather than settling down and be with it, little bit be more sharp and clear. Bring more attention towards it and see what it is, what you really experience as sensation. So what is that sensation mean to you? How you recognize it as the sensation? Observe it. And you have to develop this tactical practice. So tactical practice means you don't stay the same way, with the very lethargic, lazy mind. Oh, whatever happen, it will happen. Or that kind of way. No, you use your body. You look at the posture. You observe the very condition of the body. And you see where your intention and how your attention work. So you bring this everything together moment by moment. And you just keep doing it. So in that way, little by little, you become very limited to the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. And with that limited experience, go deeper. And then the duration you can expand, and at the same time you can go deeper. Duration you expand, you go deeper. So in that way, rather than going here and there, far away from you, you're finding a method. Go deeper into yourself and experience this entire universal nature. And it's kind of like a decoding this entire human existence within the moment of experience. So that's mean the moment by moment, the change. It's kind of like a get into a flux and touch that connect it to a network. Because this is what finally we experience. Deeper your consciousness means this change. So if you are capable to see it, recognize it, and be with it, in that very moment you will see what is the meaning of liberation or the transformation or the Nibbana. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left hand, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring my attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, the stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata cha ammihi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Dhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.